These are the Therabody JetBoots Pro Plus. In today's video, I'm going to talk about what comes with these boots when you purchase them. I'll talk about some of the specifications and features of them. I will show myself using them and then provide my overall thoughts after using. So to start the video, let's talk about what comes with these when you buy them. Obviously, I have one of the boots right here, so I'll talk about that first. So you do get two boots. They do have the JetBoot pump on the bottom of the foot of the boot. So you see the Therabody branding there with the JetBoots Pro Plus as well. Now, the first thing that I actually noticed when I opened these is that they've sort of deviated from their standard colorway, which has sort of been this distinct blue that you saw both in the Recovery Air and JetBoot products, as well as a lot of their massage guns. So very distinct red branding on these. You've got the Pro Plus screen printed on the top of both boots. You have a red zipper pull with a red zipper that runs the entire length of the boot until you get to the bottom where you have a small little Therabody branded patch that prevents them from fully unzipping. You do also have the Therabody branding screen printed on one side. These are a nylon boot. It is a 4-chambered boot. So you've got one chamber in the foot that's sort of like this triangle panel design. So you've got an air bladder on the bottom and then one on either side. And then you have a lower leg, a knee, and an upper thigh chamber. You do have one control unit that's here on one of the boots. The other boot does not have that. So you just have a, what I believe is a Bluetooth receiver. So these are a wireless device, but they do communicate with each other via Bluetooth. When you unzip the boots, you see something else that's really unique with these is there are strips of red light for red light therapy within the boots. So you've got basically 4 in the upper part of your leg, 4 in the middle section, 2 on the calf, and then 1 that's at the base of the foot, which is really along kind of like your heel and your Achilles. And then there is space for your foot to completely stick out through these boots. The zipper runs all the way up to fully close them. You do also have a hanging hook on the back. The hanging hook has the size indicated on it, so these are the regular size boots, and that is what one of the boots look like. Now, everything that comes with these boots does fit inside of a carrying case that it comes with, so you've got the Therabody branding on the front of the case. You have a nice, sturdy, reinforced handle. You have 2 zippers. Both of the zippers have the Therabody logo on them. Inside the case, there is 3 little pouches that you can store some things in here. So it's actually where the charger comes when you do get them. So the charger comes in a couple different pieces. So you have a main charging block here that sort of looks like a laptop charger. You have a power cord that plugs into this block. And then you also have a splitter that you can charge both of the boots at the same time. So this comes as a third piece. You attach it on here, and then you have 2 separate little charging cables that go into a little hidden compartment on the bottom of the boot. So there's a little trap door here. It's a rubber trap door. You just pull that away and the boots plug into the side there in order to charge them. So when mine came, they were about 95% fully charged. I think one of them was 95%, one of them was 92%, but you do need to charge those, and I recommend charging them completely before that first use. You do also get an instruction manual. The best part about the instruction manual is that it really dives into all the specifics of each of the different modes. There's a nice little chart in here that explains each of them. You also get a small handout card. It's just a smaller little postcard size version of those same modes. So great little snapshot tool when you're looking at which mode you want to decide to use and just looking at which ones might be treating different things. So nice little summary there. So next I will talk about some of the specifications and features of these boots, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to put these boots on. So as with any pair of compression boots, you want to make sure you're wearing something really comfortable, whether that be athletic shorts, sweatpants, but really the point is you don't want to have anything with zippers or buttons that are going to irritate your leg or potentially damage your boot. With these ones specifically, if you intend to be using the red light therapy component of them, I do recommend you use shorts without any socks on so that you can maximize that. Really not going to get much benefit from that if there's fabric in between the lights and your skin. So in order to put these boots on, you can put them on really 2 ways. The first way is to fully unzip the boot, which I've done here with my left leg, and then you can just zip it up. Or you can do what is really my preferred method, and is just put them on like a pair of pants. Now, like I mentioned, these are a wireless boot, so in order to turn them on, you just press and hold the power button on the right boot, and you press and hold the power button on the left boot. They will connect, and then anything you do on the control unit on the right boot will simultaneously happen with the left boot. You do have the ability to only wear one boot if you want, but you just have to put the boot with the control unit on whichever leg you want to only use by itself if you choose to do that. So to turn them on, you just press and hold the power button on the one, and then press and hold the button on the other boot. There's a slight little vibration in both of them to know that you're on. You should see them both appear lit up here with both battery levels. That means they're both connected. It is going to automatically start in the quick start mode. There is 8 different modes that you can cycle through. So just to show those quickly here, you've got a recovery mode, you've got a warm up, lower leg. And you see with all these, it shows the time, it shows the pressure in millimeters of mercury, whether the vibration and the lights are on. You've got the upper leg, the knee, joint therapy, pain relief, sleep prep, and then you have a settings function. Inside the settings function here, you can click on battery. You can actually see the actual charge of each of them if you want to see individually other than just the indicators at the top. Just select back to continue going back. I'm going to go ahead and just select the quick start mode here. I'm just going to put up the graphic here quickly of each of the different modes just so everybody can see what those all comprise of and what the different routines include. Most of them are going to be sequential. You also have some sequentials that are in isolation mode, which just means it's going to isolate a couple different chambers. You've got one section where it actually just inflates and holds the entire routine. And then you've got one that's called flow, where it actually just fills one chamber at a time, goes to the next chamber, sort of like a little bit of a massage. That's going to be the sleep routine. So for the purpose of the rest of this video here, I'm just going to stick in quick start mode. Before I do that, I do want to talk a little bit about the boots themselves. So with the Therabody boots, they use something that's called true grade technology. Really for them, that is a combination of a couple things. It's the overlapping chambers. So each of these chambers is going to overlap with each other. So there's not any sort of opportunity for backflow. It's also negative gradient compression, which means that there's always going to be higher pressure in the most distal part of your boot, which means that the foot is always going to have slightly higher pressure than the next chamber, which is going to be slightly higher than the next chamber, which just ensures that there's no opportunity for backflow of fluids, whether it be blood, lymphatic fluid, what have you. It's always going to be pushing towards your core. That all is collectively called a true grade technology. Because of that, you don't have the ability to activate and deactivate individual chambers, but you'll see with the different modes and patterns, you can isolate just to different sections of your leg if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and select the quick start option here. In the quick start option, you see it as at 100. That's going to be whatever the last setting you used it at. I've been using it at 100 because I like to have a lot of pressure, but that is 100 millimeters of mercury in pressure. That's not 100%. That's a millimeter of mercury measurement. It goes all the way down to 20 in 5 millimeter of mercury increments. So you got 16 different pressure settings that you can choose from here. Once you have your pressure setting selected, you can either hit the right arrow or the center button, and it's going to go ahead and automatically start filling the boot in a sequential fill. And you'll see it actually shows where on the boot it's filling. You've got the red light indicated by the red line here, but on the bottom here, you can actually cycle through if you want to change anything. So here's the pressure setting. Here's the light, so you can do the up and down arrows to turn the red light on or off. There is vibration with these boots as well. So you might be able to hear the vibration a little bit, but the vibration just started in my feet. But there's 3 different vibration settings that you can select here or turn the vibration off. And with the time setting, you can also adjust the time setting all the way up to 1 hour. And you can go all the way down to as short as 5 minutes. I'm going to leave this a little bit higher just for the purpose of this video here. I'm going to go back to the boot so you guys can see how this is filling. So I really love with this screen that it shows you where it's filling. You've got the elapsed time going here. Sorry, not the elapsed time, but a countdown timer here. And you see the indicators here on the side, outside the red lines, that's showing where it's vibrating. So I hope you can hear that. Let's see if I can get closer with my mic. But these boots come in 3 different sizes. So I'm wearing the regular size boot, which is a 32 inch to 37 inch leg length with a 29 to 34 inch inseam. These regular ones here, they weigh 12.4 pounds or 5.5 kilograms. This is not compatible with their Bluetooth app yet. So it will be eventually, they just haven't rolled that out yet. Now with this first fill on these boots, it's again, fill the entire boot and then it's gonna hold. This first fill is gonna take about 3 minutes and 15 seconds. It's gonna release. That release will be about 17 seconds, and then it will take 2 minutes to fill the second time. So it's gonna sort of do a pre-fill on that first one that takes a little bit longer. Now with these vibrations that I'm now feeling in the upper part of my leg here, On the low vibration, it's going to be as low as 4,500 vibrations per minute. On the high end, it's going to be 11,500 vibrations per minute. Now you can see the battery life on here, the indicators here. The battery life is going to range from 2 hours and 20 minutes up to 4 hours and 30 minutes, depending on sort of what pressure setting. So if you're going to use it max pressure, max vibration with the red light, it's going to go through that battery pretty quickly. And actually, when I used it the first time, I noticed that using it at all these max settings that I have it on right now, on an 8-minute routine, it reduced the battery charge by 20%. So it's going to have a significant impact on it when you're using it at the highest end. So you see here, we're almost fully inflated now. What I'm feeling is a lot of different things. I've got the pressure, I've got the vibration. The vibration actually feels really, really good. It's sort of this added little relaxing component that sort of just numbs and relaxes your legs. And I don't mean numbs in a bad way, but it's just sort of like a nice, just very, very pain desensitizing feeling. So I can see that being really good if you're sore from a workout or anything like that, that you're gonna really notice that. But I really love the vibration in the feet. It's just, if you're on your feet for a lot, you're gonna notice that almost immediately. And while I'm talking about the feet, the one thing that I really like about these is that they seem to have increased the foot from the original JetBoots, that they're not as tight feeling around the foot as the previous generation. And you actually can feel the air in the bottom of the foot a lot more than I recall being able to feel it with the original JetBoots. So it's continuing now with the second fill. Just to show that, I'm going to pause this and just go back to show what some of those other routines look like here. So for example, if I wanted to just do the upper leg one, you'll see it only starts in the upper leg portion here, but it's still going to go in that sequential fill. When you're done with your routine, you can either just slip them off or unzip them. There's not any sort of active deflate on them, so you just have to let gravity kind of go to work and deflate them. You can sort of roll them and sort of force that deflate on them. When you turn them off, there is going to be a vibration that happens when they actually go to sleep. That's how you know that they're fully off. Now these boots are priced at $1,000. They come with a 1-year warranty. To compare those to the current JetBoots, the JetBoots are $800. So for really about $200 more, you're getting the vibration, you're getting the red light therapy, you're getting what I believe to be a little bit better fit in the foot, and you're getting some more routines that you can utilize, and you're getting a little bit better customization on the control unit. There are no other compatible attachments with these, so there's no way that you can connect like an arm attachment or anything like that. They're strictly just for your legs. And so with that, I want to provide maybe some thoughts on things that I liked and things that I think they can improve. So the first thing that I really like is the fact that there are no hoses with this. I wasn't honestly a big fan of the original JetBoots because I thought that the Recovery Air Prime just did a lot more for a lot cheaper price. But I think they've come a long way with these new models, and I actually really like how quick these fill. I like the fit of them. I like the customization. I certainly enjoy the vibration more than I think the red light therapy. I think the red light therapy is maybe lacking a little bit in the number of red lights that are actually in it, because when you think about how the lights are arranged in here in just sort of this line pattern, once this inflates, you're only getting the red light in those very specific areas that are actually touching those lights. So I don't know, I can't decide on whether that's actually going to be a true benefit or not. Therabody says that they're scientifically backed to help with your recovery. I personally think the vibration is going to be more beneficial than the red light therapy. I love that they've got the true grade technology. That's something that's in all the Recovery Air and the JetBoots products. So that's just that negative compression gradient. That's the overlapping chambers to make sure that all that flow of everything is going back to your core. There's no chance of a backfill going back towards your foot or anything like that. So I love that. And then lastly, I just love that they're battery powered. You don't have to have a cord. You don't have to have a separate control unit. I think it's cool that they talk to each other via Bluetooth. You don't have wires running in between them. Now, in terms of things that I really don't love about them, I don't love how heavy they are. They are extremely heavy. You're talking almost 12.5 pounds. Almost all the weight is in the bottom half of these. I wish they would do something similar to the JetBoots Prime, where all the pumps are on the top and the boots are actually connected, and you have sort of a free-flowing foot on the bottom. You don't have the big boxy part on the bottom. I wish they would add an active deflate. I say that in almost every single compression boot video. There's only one brand that's done that, and that's Rapid Reboot, but the rest of them sort of just rely on gravity to deflate. But all I'm asking for is just a simple, hey, let's suck all the air out the boot so we can pack them up right away and not have to rely on gravity, not have to force them to push the air out of it. Just be able to suck it out like flipping an air mattress and switching the flow of that air. I think that'd be really easily. I don't love the price of them. $1,000. We're still well ahead of where these sort of compression boots were 2 or 3 years ago when they first hit the market. Obviously, the technology has evolved a lot. I love the price of the JetBoots Prime a lot more than I love the price of these, but certainly with a lot of customization, with a lot of different features, obviously it's going to be more expensive. I just think that $1,000 price point is a little bit hard to swallow for a lot of people, so I'd love to see that price come down below $1,000. I'm hoping that we might get that coming up at the holiday season, maybe a Black Friday, a Cyber Monday type sale, but for now, that's what the price of these are. I obviously wish that they had the compatibility with the app. When you actually pull it up in the app, it just simply says it's not supported yet. I know that Therabody is going to be working on that. They've got a lot of customization features in their other generations of boots, so it's something we just have to be patient with. I imagine we'll be able to customize the pressure in each of these chambers if we want to get down to the millimeter mercury that we want to, probably within somewhere between 5 to 1 millimeter mercury, so you're not in those 5 millimeter increments. But you know, for now, we got to deal with it. But even with the 8 preset routines, there is a lot of variety. There's a lot of great things you can do just with the quick start in order to, you know, do the pressure settings you want, whether you want the vibration to be high or low or the lights on or off. So there's quite a bit you can do just with this little control panel. And then lastly, the thing I'll say, which is just sort of a little odd to me and maybe a little bit of a precursor to something that we might be seeing, but if you notice, they went from the JetBoots to the JetBoots Pro Plus. There's no JetBoots Pro that they've come out with yet. So it just seems weird to go straight from a JetBoot to a JetBoot Pro Plus, which sort of seems to indicate that maybe there's going to be a JetBoot Pro that's coming with that JetBoot Pro. Maybe it doesn't have the red light therapy. Maybe it doesn't have the vibration, some combination of that. Maybe there's not as many customized routines. Obviously, if you don't have one of those features, there's going to be less routines in general, or the routines will be different. So that's just a little speculation of mine. I think maybe the hybrid between them would not have the pump on the bottom, just because I really did love what the JetBoot Prime looked like and did from a feel standpoint. They're way lighter, they're way more portable than these are, just given the weight of them. So I think the Pro maybe could be coming for us in the future. I don't know. It just seemed odd to me that you go straight from a JetBoot to a JetBoot Pro Plus when it seems like the obvious chronological order would be introduce a JetBoot, then a JetBoot Pro, then a JetBoot Pro Plus as you evolve the features on it. So just a little bit of a tangent there, but overall, I do really like these. Again, I like the vibration. I'm still jury's out maybe on whether the red light therapy is going to be a true benefit. The thing with that is that you're not going to feel anything with the red light. You're not going to see a noticeable difference that I can really tell just from those red lights. Now, certainly there's going to be benefit to the areas of your skin that are in contact with that red light, and maybe I'm just you know, not in tune a little bit with how much the light is actually reflecting on the rest of my leg in there. But for me, it just seems like maybe, hey, we're going to throw this feature on there so we can sell it for a higher price point, similar to what I thought about the Theragon Pro Plus with the red light therapy that's on that. I really think that does nothing, but it's just another feature that they could say that it does. So either way, that's just my opinion on that. You know, maybe there's somebody out there that knows a little bit more on the science of the red light therapy that can comment, but overall, I think it is a really cool boot. I think the technology is really great. Again, I don't love the pump on the bottom. I don't love the weight on them, but features wise, there's nothing else like this on the market. There's no other boots that have vibration in them. There's no other boots that have the red light therapy as well. They're sort of the only 3-in-1 red light therapy, vibration therapy, compression therapy device that I've seen. You know, I think if you're trying to look at other things, could there be the opportunity for heat in the future? Maybe. I don't think cold makes sense with the compression and some of those things, so I think heat would be the only other thing we would see, but maybe cold's out there in the future. I think that's where this probably goes to next. But anyways, that is just a very quick overview of the JetBoots Pro Plus. One other thing I'll say, it seems like they are eliminating the Recovery Air name. I don't know if that was confusing to people, but it does seem like they're trying to eliminate those products. If you actually go to their website now, they don't even have the Recovery Air branding listed in the product dropdown. You can go to Shop All and still see them, but they're heavily discounted right now. So they're $400 off right now if you go to get the Recovery Air Pro. You can get the Recovery Air Pro for under $900 right now, which is a great price for what that can do. Obviously, you don't have the red light, you don't have the vibration, but anyways, if you guys have questions about the JetBoots Pro Plus, go ahead, drop in the comments down below. I will do my best to answer those. If you like videos like this, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that notification bell to get notified anytime I upload a new video. Otherwise, these are the JetBoots Pro Plus. That's a review. Enjoy your recovery.